Annual flowering plants add a lot of color and variety in your garden. They last only for 3-4 months. So you bring the plants, you plant them, they'll grow, they'll bloom, and then they will die. And then you have to replace them with something else. And they will also last for 3-4 months, and then you replace them with something else. So that way, you have to replace them every 3-4 months, so you can add a lot of variety. Today you have planted daisies, tomorrow you can plant calendula or nasturtiums or something else. But if you have a big garden, it becomes a problem. It becomes really expensive. Hi, this is Ruchi, and let's talk about some of the techniques that I use to save money on annual flowering plants. So ideally, you want to have a mix of perennial and annual plants in your garden. So perennial plants, you plant them once and they are there forever. When the season arrives, they will bloom, or they'll have good foliage, you enjoy it. They'll go dormant maybe at some point, but then in the next season they'll bloom again. All you have to do is maintain them, but they are always there. You don't have to do much. You have bought them once and they are there in your garden. But if you want different varieties, different colors, then you have to go to annual flowering plants. So if you have, a few plants you want to add to your garden, it's not a problem. You can go and buy them. But if you have to buy dozens of plants every 3-4 months, it can get really expensive. So let me share you the techniques I use to make sure that it doesn't hurt my pocket. So the first and foremost thing that I do is that I always start my annual flowering plants from seeds. If you go out to the nursery and you buy 2 ready-to-go annual plants, or if you buy a seed packet with 100 seeds, probably they'll be the same price. Yes, these 2 plants are ready to go. You plant them in the garden. They'll probably start blooming in next 15 days and your garden looks good. But the seed packet has 100 seeds. If you started on the right time, out of these 100 seeds, maybe you'll get 30, 40, 50 plants. So if you want to have a lot of plants, you want to start from seeds. So the very first time I'll buy a seed packet and I'll grow the seedlings and I'll plant them wherever I want. And then as the season is ending, I'll leave a few flowers on the plant to dry and then collect their seeds for the next season. So I don't have to buy the seeds again. So start from seeds and then at the end of the season, collect the seeds for the next season. The second important technique that I use that many times people ignore is look out for volunteers. So what happens is that suppose you have a bed in which you planted something this summer. They are growing, they are blooming, maybe you will collect some seeds or maybe you forgot. But in the next season, you will see some volunteer plants growing in that same bed, because when the flowers were blooming in the last season, some of the seeds got scattered and now in the right season they start to grow again. You'll say that, this summer I scattered the seeds. Will they grow in the next season? Absolutely. Even if you plant other things in the same bed, seeds are there in the soil. So when the time arrives, they'll start to grow. And let me show you an example. So last year I bought some vinca plants from the nursery because I didn't have seeds and it was already too late to grow the plants from seeds. So I bought ready-made plants. So I planted it and I was very happy, and I thought, okay, I'm going to overwinter them so that they last for the next season, and I'll also collect the seeds. First of all, I didn't see any seeds on those flowers, so I couldn't collect seeds. I thought that's fine, I'll overwinter them. But then in winters, it was just too cold for them and they died. So I was really disappointed that I don't have anything to start with in the next season. And then, the spring arrived. I had zinnia seedlings. I planted zinnia seedlings and they have been growing. And then I realized that there are some small plants growing underneath those zinnia plants, and those are vinca plants. So you have to know what seedlings look like to be able to tell that what plants are these. Is this weed or is this a flowering plant that you are interested in? So I was delighted, so I dug up those plants and I have made plants from them, and I'm really happy. I was not able to collect seeds, but still I got the plants. So this is a very easy way, because you are not even collecting seeds, you just keep an eye on it. Most of the times you will see, some volunteers growing here and there. The third thing that I sometimes do is exchange plants with my neighbors, friends, and family. If there are like-minded people who grow plants from seeds, they will always have some extra. You have some extra. You can just exchange with them and you have a good thing going with them. So these are the three main techniques I use. I start from seeds and I save seeds. Second, I look out for volunteers. And third, I exchange plants with my neighbors, friends, and family. Are there any other techniques that you guys use to save money on annual flowering plants? If yes, please write in comments so that we can also use those techniques. So I hope this short video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.